Alright, I just wanted to go over a few things here before we begin. As you can see here, I've got two tiles laid out, and they may look a little bit different to you. The one on the right side is one that has been exposed to sunlight, and the color is what it's going to look like when it's after it's been installed and sat for a while. The one on the left hand side here has kind of a yellowish tint to it, and that is a result of the manufacturing of the Marmoleum. And that yellowish type tint does wear off, so eventually all the tiles will look like the one on the right. So if the tiles that you purchased do not look like the color that you picked out in the store, don't worry, it is part of the manufacturing process, and after being exposed to sunlight for a while, it will fade to the actual color that the tile is supposed to be. The other observation I wanted to make here is just the glue itself. I've opened it up, and it's quite a thick glue, so you probably don't need to put too much down in order to get a lot of coverage out of that. The other thing about the Marmoleum tile, as you'll read in the instructions, is the Marmoleum tile has a directional pattern. It's easiest to kind of see on the back side here. You can see that there are a few white streaks going through, like kind of a vertical pattern. And if you flip over every tile, you can see that those streaks going through the tile. And so when you're installing, it's important to take the one and lay it in the one direction, and then the next one you take it and turn it a quarter turn, so that way the pattern is a little bit disrupted and it has a bit more unique look instead of having straight lines running through the entire room. So that's the one note there. Alright, I'm just going to get ready and I'm going to start laying some tiles. Alright, I'm ready to put down my first tile here. I'm hoping this goes well. There's no second takes. So I'm just going to dump out some adhesive onto the floor. I'm not going to dump out very much at first, just so I can get my one or two tiles laid down. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the first tile where I showed you before, and then I'm going to go actually to the right towards the vanity instead of going towards the wall first of all, because I want to keep that line straight with the vanity edge. So we'll put down just a little bit of glue here and spread it around. Now I'm just going to be spreading the glue into the area where the tile should be placed. Try not to cover up my first couple marked lines so that I know that I have a good straight line of where the tile is going to be aligned against. The Marmoleum tile has to be laid down before the glue starts to harden, so it's important to only spread out as much adhesive you actually need to put the tiles down first. glue doesn't have too much of an odor to it, but if it does bother you, I would recommend opening a window. Might need to put a little more adhesive down for the following tiles, but I'm just going to put the first one down first and we'll see how it turns out and continue from there. It sticks into the glue pretty well, first of all. I don't have to worry about it moving around too much after I pressed it down in. So it's a very good adhering glue. Let's take my roller and roll it in a little bit so that way I got the first one set down into that glue real well. It's important that if you do get a little bit of glue on the top of the tile, to wipe it up with a wet rag or something so it's not gluing onto the top and drying on there, so you don't have to worry about that kind of a thing later on. Alright. I'm just going to turn up the camera here a little bit and I'm going to spread some more glue around, then I'll show you where I'm at after laying a few more tiles.